Welcome to the Birdy Boyz Podcast, episode 2. This is our second take. We recorded it last night, and it sucked, so we're doing it again.
It was bad.
It was not good. My name's Alan. I'm here with Caleb, Miles, and Raleigh, and let's get started. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
I'm
all right.
Pretty good.
Kind of
Yeah.
a little bit restless at this point.
How's your week been?
Somehow short and long at the same time.
I feel that. So our first topic today. March is almost over. And with all this free time on our hands, it's nice that there's been some good entertainment coming out. Good music, video games, all that kind of stuff. So, especially in March. So, what was your favorite piece of entertainment to come out this month?
I guess what I was most anticipating is a album from a band I like called The Chats, and the album is called High Risk Behavior. I wasn't disappointed. I've been really enjoying that album. Yeah, and that's about it.
Oh, cool. Well, what's the band called? I'll have to listen to it.
The Chats. The New Horizons looks fun. My goal is to get a Switch Lite. Even if I have to sell my organs, I'm gonna get it.
Oh my god. Okay.
What would you play on said Switch Lite?
Well, if I just talked about how great New Horizons look,
Okay, well, obviously you'd be playing more than one game
you're right.
on your
Okay.
console.
Probably Skyrim. Definitely Elder Scrolls.
For the Switch?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, you have
That's
a
a thing?
PlayStation.
Not
They
by the
made
time I
that-
get my Switch, because I have to sell it.
Yeah, Caleb, they actually remade stuff like Skyrim and Dark Souls for the Switch.
Epic.
It is pretty epic.
Nice.
So, Raleigh, is your Wi-Fi any better?
Well, it's not going to change any, but I mean, I can go again.
Yeah, go ahead. It sounds fine now.
All right. Well, at the start of the month, I was most excited for Eternal Take from Lil Uzi Vert. But overall, through the month, I think I actually ended up enjoying After Hours by The Weeknd more.
Ah, okay. Another
Yeah.
music guy. I kind of
For
have
sure.
to agree with you there because, personally, I think The Weeknd's album was better than Lil Uzi's album, even though I liked Eternal Take.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Okay, what's your opinion,
mine?
Caleb?
My favorite piece of media from this month was Eternal Take, but that wasn't my first choice. My first choice was actually Doom Eternal, but that didn't work out too well because I tried to torrent it from several different places, and none of them worked. And now I think I have 12 viruses.
But why didn't you just buy Doom?
I don't really like Bethesda. I also don't really have money, so it seemed like a good alternative to just not pay for it.
What's wrong with Bethesda?
I don't like them.
Okay,
I
but
don't-
why?
I don't even have a good reason, bruh. I just don't like them. They've made several games in the past,
Yes, they have made
which
several games.
are okay. Are you gonna interrupt me, or are you gonna let me explain myself? They've made several games in the past, which I feel like are cash grabs and haven't really delivered for everything that they're hyped up to be, especially at E3 or something. They'll give video presentations where they have really nice graphics, and then when they're actually released, they're trash.
I will agree with that. That has definitely happened multiple times.
That's true. So personally, I did like The Weeknd's album and Lil Uzi Vert's album. But the new Animal Crossing game was probably my favorite piece of entertainment from this month. I've never played an Animal Crossing game before, and I'm not disappointed. It was good. Definitely lived up to the hype. So I think for the next part of the episode, as I mentioned before, we recorded the episode for the first time yesterday, and we were not proud with most of the results. But there was one part in the middle where we interviewed someone, and we actually really liked that. It was about COVID-19, so it's a little repetitive from last video, but that was basically the whole point of the episode was COVID-19, and it felt repetitive to me. And I think you guys agree with me on that, right? It
Yes.
just wasn't. that
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why we're deciding to re-record it, but we are going to keep in the interview, so you guys can listen to that now. All right, I want to bring in our guest. With the quarantine happening and this virus spreading around, I don't think anyone
in high school
has been affected more than class of 2020. So to try and get their opinion on it, we brought in one of the seniors from our school, Zenon. How is it going, Zenon?
It's going very bad. I hate being in quarantine.
I feel you, man.
Yeah.
What's
And
up?
I
Like,
definitely hate online school.
what's your day-to-day life like?
Miss
teacher
assigns way too much homework, so day to day I have to do. He give us enough work for like 2 hours of work every single day. He's doing way too
Ooh.
much.
Jeez.
I'm slightly exaggerating, but also not. I don't know about 2 hours, but you could distribute it every day and you'll have like a full class time.
Jeez.
Jeez Louise.
Yikes.
That's
Yeah.
tough.
Okay, Miles. So, Zenon, how do you feel about your last year in high school being affected in this way?
I'm not very happy about it. Most people's concern is like missing out on prom or like graduation, and I get that because it's like it's an important moment in people's lives for some reason. You know, people want to people want to have memories or whatever, and I mean I can't blame them for that. But my biggest concern is online school because right now, if we were in school, we would be slacking. We would not have like real classwork. But instead, now we have online school. So now we're getting like busy work just for the sake of them putting in grades.
And I can see it at this point, like, this is the very end of your school year. Like, this is the last like 2 months. And if you somehow tripped up on these last 2 months on this busy work, and that would like mess up the end of your school year, like that would, I mean, that would just be horrible.
It could ruin some people's grades. Like, you know, some people will be like riding on like a low 90 or like a low 80. And again, Miss
teacher
he's not organized, so we don't even know where to turn it in. So some people are already getting their grades messed up because of him.
Zenon, do you know other people who like agree with you or anyone who might disagree with you?
Yeah, the entire anatomy class, we constantly have group chats where we're like picking and choosing, like we're not going to do this one. Yes. Because if none of us turn it in, we get to say that we never received the assignment. Or that we never
Oh my god.
Wait, like the entire anatomy class?
We have a group chat.
Yeah, like
Well,
everybody's in it. Everybody in anatomy is in that chat.
Yeah, and we also have another group chat that has the entire 12th grade. And,
oh my god.
The entirety of 12th grade?
Yes, and it's on GroupMe. And in the beginning, it was like kind of a joke because it was the student government people telling us like, we got a class meeting. And then in the middle, it kind of got useful. We send in like answers sometimes.
Nice.
But now, I don't want to call any names, but there's a person who just sends in any old memes or not school related thing. And it's like 4 people always talking in there. And it's annoying.
Call them out.
Annoying.
Yeah, you gotta.
You can call him out, but I'm probably not gonna put it in there.
dude who gets called out.
He doesn't seem to have any friends because he keep on sending in Instagram screenshots. And he responds immediately to those things with like an attempt at being funny.
Oh my gosh.
It's getting old. But anyway,
Oh man, poor
Guy.
a lot of people are very upset.
Our school.
It doesn't have a strong like a senior event, you know. But like now I'm in a group chat with like college, like class of 24 or whatever, right? It's only the theater kids talking. Those are only kids willing to put themselves out there.
And they're the obnoxious ones too.
They are. They're dorks. But they're upset about missing senior trips, senior concert, prom. What else? Most people are upset about graduation. They're like, I've been working hard for how many years is high school? 9, 10, 11, 12, 4 years. I've been working hard for 4 years. And that I've been working hard for 4 years and I don't get to walk across the stage and people are upset about that. I don't care. I was kind of dreading what is it? Graduation. I went to one of my friends' graduation in 11th grade, and it took so long, and they be speeching and stuff. We don't care.
Yeah.
Speaking of graduation, what do you think is going to happen
Yeah.
to graduation? Is it? Do you think it's not going to happen at all, or?
Roblox.
Roblox.
Dude, man, I
Have you
don't
seen
know.
that?
I'm not a,
High school.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I have seen the Roblox thing. That's messed up. Out of all platforms, Roblox.
For
But
for anyone who's not aware what we're talking
I
about,
hope
there's
that's
a
fake.
school that's going to be graduating on Roblox.
I think it's fake.
unfortunate.
Yeah, it's
I hope
probably
it's fake.
fake.
I hope it better be fake. Because, like, what kind of group of adults are going to agree to doing that? But you know what? There was a group of adults that agreed to making Space Jam.
People will do
It's a
anything.
mess. That is a mess of a movie. I don't know if graduation is happening because who knows how long this is going to last because people are not staying indoors. I guess they just enforce some sort of curfew.
Yeah, statewide, no,
Yeah.
countywide curfew.
Yeah.
It's
I thought
like
it was
Maybe
state.
that'll help.
it's 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. I'm pretty sure.
That's unfortunate.
Who's gonna go hang out during those times anyway? People are out during the day.
For
Why?
real though, that's my thing. Like,
Yeah.
why are people still
So-
going
so, like-
outside?
Curfew doesn't really help because people are going out during the day.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Caleb-
I'm here.
Yeah, Caleb, dude, you're the most quiet out of all of us.
I've just been
Yeah.
listening,
Nice.
You don't even.
You don't have
sound
any
like
sort of
it. Like,
input?
what's up, dude?
Oh, what do I sound like?
You sound-
Like more grown. You sound grown, man.
What do I sound like?
All right, so what are your plans for next year concerning college? What do you think you're gonna do? Like, if this is still going on when you're supposed to be going to college?
Shoot, I don't know, but I'm not. I would really hate to pay full tuition because my full tuition is to be in a classroom to learn. Like they should refund or not refund all the way, but like cut some costs because people don't get
Yeah.
to actually be in class. Like I have a friend who was like some kind of Texas college. Anyway, she's an art student, so she's really upset that she doesn't get to be in class and actually have like the art critiques and that. She's complaining that she's not getting the whole experience.
That makes
So
sense.
that's worrying, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if there's much for me to do. There's nothing I can do except like I guess stay indoors. I really don't want to start off college online.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
That'd be a
Hell,
drag.
Do you think we'll be back in school by the end of
I doubt it, Loki. I don't
yeah.
know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, probably not.
Doubt it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
I think you
not.
brought
I
up a good
want-
point. No one's staying inside.
Yeah,
And
but I have to stay inside. That's not chill. My parents
Well-
are not letting me go outside.
What's actually
Oh,
been
okay.
advised by the head of the CDC and now for a while now, and now Trump as well, is that it's not that everyone should be quarantined. It's that the elderly and those with underlying health conditions should be quarantined.
No,
And
I
everyone else
disagree
can
with
go
that
about
because I mean, best case scenario, everyone is quarantined and they don't spread it around. I mean, I feel like people,
No, because then we have this with the economy. And we also have everyone getting cooped up together. Like the younger generations are now stuck with the older generations who
yeah, but
normally
they're not
wouldn't be
going out and
interacting this
contracting
much.
the disease.
No, but they're
Well-
spreading it in those households. And
But if they
feel
don't
like
have it
there's
in the
said,
first place,
people
how
are
are they gonna
still
go out?
going
How are
out.
they gonna if they're in their
Mass
homes?
quarantines do not work. Quarantines with
Yeah.
certain groups of people do. And that would have been
Like,
just
some
a
people
much
have
better way to
dysfunctional-
handle this.
Okay,
Some people have like dysfunctional households, so it's kind of messed up that they have to, they don't have a choice to stay in. But I also understand, like, I live with my grandma, so if I
Right.
go out and I'm like in contact with that, even if I can survive it, we don't know if she can, so that's
yes,
dangerous.
exactly.
But now
even though
you're
I don't
having a lot
like
more
to,
contact with her than you would
Okay, so how are
otherwise.
the handicapped and elderly
Yeah.
going to get actual like assistance?
What do you
I
mean?
guess it's just an
Okay,
L.
so the people who are not able to care for themselves and have
Yeah.
underlying health
L,
conditions or elderly, how are they going to receive assistance?
natural selection.
No,
Natural
with their
horrible.
with their close friends and family
I'm kidding.
coming in minimal contact with them.
With their
The
family
same way that's
who are being
happening.
quarantined.
What?
With their family who are being quarantined, they're going to receive assistance from them.
Well, minimal assistance from close friends and family, if it's necessary. I mean, that just kind of makes sense. Like, what else would they do?
Quarantine themselves?
Oh my God, Zenon. Well, thank you, Zenon, for coming in.
Yeah,
it
of
was
course.
nice having you. You're our
Thank you
first.
for
How does
having
it feel
me.
being the first guest on our show?
Honored. I feel special.
Oh,
Good, good.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
well, I
Thanks
for
hope
having
we can
me.
have you back on in the future. All right, thanks again.
But
Thanks, Zenon.
All right, so then for the last part of our video, we are going to be reading comments from our last video. We got 5 comments. That's a lot, guys. We got 5.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Massive.
So we're gonna read those comments. There are quite a few pretty interesting ones. If you guys want to go ahead and pull up the YouTube video.
Yeah, I got
You
it
have-
up.
Yes,
Okay, cool.
sir.
yeah, have it up.
So the first comment
Pulling it
is
up right
from
now.
a kind fellow named Bro Moment. He said, "I'm your biggest fan." Big shout out to Bro Moment. What a guy. Honestly, I want to meet him.
Honestly.
Absolute Chad.
For real, he is definitely 100% a Chad. Then we have a comment from Ben Feldstein. It said, "Here before 10 million." And some
Not very nice person.
named Lil Bits replied to that comment and said, "Okay, Benny."
Obviously, we've got some haters out there too.
Yeah, really.
who
I think we do
doubt our
too.
ability to get
Yeah.
to 10 million subscribers and seem to mock people who are our supporters. And I don't appreciate that. And whoever Little Bits is should kindly
Frick.
f off.
He sucks. All right. He's kind of been a constant on this channel. Honestly,
Yeah.
so down here we've got a comment from Joseph Rodriguez. Said PewDiePie versus Birdy Boyz, first to 150 million. Do you
I
guys
mean-
think we could beat PewDiePie to 150?
Yeah, is it even
Pretty
a
easily.
contest? Like, we're kind of going to clap him.
I think so too. We got
Exactly.
15 subscribers from one video.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
if
lot.
we keep up that trend, then we just have to do like 10 million videos. And then,
Yeah.
like, easy 150 million.
Easy dub.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Lil Bits replied to Joseph's comment. He said, "Yeah, you guys are not going to believe this. PewDiePie might have them beat there.
Ah, hater.
However, the Birdy Boyz haven't said a racial slur." Miles, what are your thoughts on this Lil Bits figure?
So, this little bits guy rubbing me the wrong way. I personally think that he should be banned from commenting. That's just my take on it.
I agree.
Yes.
Agreed.
I
Okay.
agree. I concur. Joseph Rodriguez seems chill. Seems pretty chill. I don't know what side he's taking, but anyone out there who wants to make a
I don't
live
know.
counter. Oh, you had something to say?
I think that the PewDiePie versus Birdy Boyz first to 150 million it's a very vague and unclear comment, and really has just sparked more and more confusion, therefore creating the opposite of what we really want, which is a safe, carefree comedic environment. And this is slowly being deteriorated by comments. For example, PewDiePie versus Birdy Boyz first to 150 million.
Well, I see where you're coming from, and I understand your point, but I actually disagree with the validity of this comment, because similar to the media these days, Joseph Rodriguez is creating competition where there is none. There was no competition in that regard. There was no need for this internet beef. There was no need for it. It was clear that we were going to win. But with this comment, it sparked a sort of, sense of competition and sense of a race,
Yeah.
And it's unnecessary.
I'd like to add on to that. I think when there's naturally occurring competition, I think that should be encouraged. But when there's no debate or no conflict, there's no need to create any. Like you said.
I agree. That was kind of my point.
This seems to be a controversial topic. Raleigh, do you have any thoughts on that?
I don't know. It almost sounds somewhat like Miles and Caleb are semi-agreeing with Lil Bit's comment. However, I will say I don't know about this Joseph Rodriguez comment. I also somewhat agree. However, I do not agree with Lil Bits at all. But I somewhat agree with with what y'all are saying about Joseph Rodriguez's comment. I don't like this establishment of a new conflict that was not before, established.
I would also like to clarify, I was not in support of Lil Bits or Joseph Rodriguez. I was in support of neither one. Joseph Rodriguez is creating competition where there is none. Lil Bits is just a hater. He's doubting that we can win, which is just delusional.
So the general consensus is Joseph Rodriguez is incorrect in creating this conflict where there is none, but Lil Bits is still a
not very nice person.
Correct.
Yes, correct.
Okay,
100% agree.
We can agree. I think the goal for one of our episodes is to uncover who this Lil Bits figure is.
Yes.
He is still out there.
I think
ravaging YouTube.
If we could find out who a lot of these commenters are and speak to them face to face, it would make for some interesting conversation.
I think so as well. Okay, so moving on to our last comment, my favorite comment. My favorite comment is from Dick Biggins. Caleb, you had started this earlier. Would you like to read it?
Yes, I would love to, because this is, as I said before, my favorite comment. Dick Biggins, beautiful profile picture, by the way, said, "Ahaha, very much funny. Dick Biggins did laugh. Good boys. Haha." Every single word started with a capital letter. That was iconic. That's the only word for it.
I replied to his comment. I think I was the first person to say, I said, "Thank you, Dick." What do you guys think about this Dick Biggins character?
I think that may be one of our number one fans, and we will definitely remember him when we make it to the top.
I think so too.
Agreed. Well, Alan.
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
I would like to point out there was another comment, just to let you know, before we finish the comment.
Oh, yes. There is one last comment, but this was pointed out to us by Miles that this comment was actually from a bot. It was from Zymer Tracks sub to me. It says, "Here before 100k subs. Can't wait for more. I want to be friends." But we looked it up.
I'm sorry. Yes. So upon further research, I looked up the Zimmer Tracks sub to me bot, and as it turns out, it's some sort of scam. So try not to encourage the bot by liking it, which I see it has 3 likes. Not sure who, and that's clearly not a fault on their end. But upon further notice, try not to encourage bots.
I think we should read comments every time. I think it could be fun, depending on how many comments we get per video. No.
People, please comment.
And
Please.
I think we need to just see where this little bit Dick Biggins thing goes.
All right. Well, I've been Raleigh.
Miles.
Caleb.
And Alan. Please be sure to subscribe, comment. Maybe you'll be in the next video. Like the video, and bye.